first meet me, they think I look like I'm in finance or accounting. That's because I am. Now, I'm actually a financial advisor. And when I tell people I'm a financial advisor, a lot of times they think I'm just a sleazy life insurance salesman. So that's why I tell them I started my own financial consulting business, which is kind of like if I was a stripper and you asked me what I did, I'm like, I'm the director of performance arts at Bada Bing Entertainment Center. So as a financial advisor, I'm self-employed, and overall I really like being self-employed, but the weirdest part, it's confusing to give myself a quarterly performance review. Because, you know, I always get great at listening to the boss, being a great communicator. But then sometimes I have to discipline my employee, put him on probation for how he uses the company credit card. I sit myself down and like, Matthew, spending that much money on whiskey and whores is not okay. But then I sell financial services, so I'm the sales manager. So I have to hype myself up to promote future productivity and good office morale. So I'll throw myself surprise pizza parties, buy donuts and ice cream for breakfast. But so far my reviews have resulted in 0 changes. You know how hard it is to be successfully self-employed with me as an employee? Like I've almost had to fire myself a lot of times. Last time there was a HR complaint for sexually harassing myself while I was working from home. After the third complaint, my boss was like, Matt, you gotta go start dating. So, you know, sometimes I go on dates and and, you know, when I meet these women, I'm trying to make a good impression, you know, put my best foot forward. So after about 30 minutes, sometimes I realize, like, I'm the only one continuing the conversation, really asking any questions. And my mind's going great, you know, but when I look at her face, she's like, I need to fake another coma. You know, then she interrupts and she's like, I need to leave, I forgot to lock my cab. Wow, she's also into fitness. It's tough though, you know, it's kind of like that disconnect when you hear yourself talk and then you listen to a recording. It's like when I hear myself talk, I sound energetic and enthusiastic, but then when I listen to a recording, it kind of comes out like the personality of like Eeyore mixed with Neo from the Matrix. How many of you were such things in the day? So it didn't work out. But, you know, when these days aren't going well, a lot of times I'll just turn into a sales name. So there's a strategy in sales. There's an awkward silence. The first person that speaks loses. So after a while, I just can't take it anymore. I'll ask her, you know, an important question like, if you were to pass away, how much money and tax liabilities would you leave behind your friends and family? I was like, I know I'm not sure what you're into, but I have like a huge life insurance policy. And you know, at the end of these dates, I've been handing out goodie bags that have like a koozie with my picture and number on it. One time it actually worked. But have you ever been having a great day and then you get stuck behind a slow walker? It's like an unexpected way to become depressed. The other day I was thinking, you know, the moral characters in TV shows and movies are pretty much always only attractive, good-looking people. But if you think about it, if you were to get bit by a vampire, it would probably be when you're like young and dumb and old or older slow, you know? So imagine this movie, it's like a 200-year-old person in a 5-year-old's body. And they're 5, so in the morning they play Hot Wheels with their 5-year-old friends. But in the late evening at like 2 p.m., they go play bingo and complain about how liberals are ruining America. So I used to date this woman in the office, and people relate, I guess. And you know, so she works, she's in charge of the mail going in the office, and this is where all the office supplies are at. The other day I had to mail an envelope, but the glue to seal the envelope was missing, so I realized I'm going to have to lick this envelope to seal it in front of her. And as a 31-year-old man, I never thought the thing I'd be insecure about was my envelope licking technique. I was like, you know, I want to do one long lick, but I don't want a paper cut. If I do like a bunch of little licks, I'm a little spent. So, anyway, now we're back together now. Those are little licks, they got her. So like I said, I'm 31. The last few years I've been feeling like I'm getting a little bit older. And who else here has been an innocent bystander of an old person monologue? So they're like those people, they'll just keep going, you know, they don't want to stop. They'll just talk at you until you're ready to die. I think it's just because they're trying to get you like on their level. You know, like they'll just entrap you in situations you can't get out of. And, like, you're told to respect your elders, and I do, but they bought all the houses, they spent all the Social Security, and then when I'm trying to do work at the coffee shop, they'll corner me and he'll tell me a 10-minute story about how big his prostate's getting. You know, when can they please just die already? And, you know, so my neighbor, George, he's retired. The other day, I was leaving my house, about to leave, and he's like, hey Matt, I'm like, hey George, have a good day. And he's like, hey Matt. And then he proceeded to tell me a full, in-detail story about the difference between a horsehair mane on a broken-in horse and an untamed horse. To get out of there, I had to tell him I had to walk my cat. And it really just got me thinking, you know, like, what useless nonsense am I going to talk about when I get to that age? So I was like, recently I've been looking more into how come vampires don't like biting ugly people. And, you know, so is over. So, it really, you know, I respect the confidence it takes, though. Although they annoy me, like it takes a lot of confidence to be able to tell an entire 10-minute story, knowing nobody gives a shit. That's why I started doing stand-up.